Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode with your boy iTrack. I got a handful of interesting and creepy TikToks so we can do what we like to do best. Evaluate for ourselves whether these are facts or fake. Because there's a lot of that CGI stuff going on. So let's go ahead and take a look. But before we do that, go ahead and smash the like button. Smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And go ahead and give it a share. And let's go ahead and get right into it. That might not be as strange as we think. I see one in the middle that looks like it might be deceased, so maybe that's just something that they do when one of their own passes away. If you have a better guess than me, go ahead and put it in the comments.
On June 9th of 2023, an unsettling video was posted by a girl named Pupa who was home alone when something pretty terrifying was captured. The video starts off with Pupa lying on the couch before she suddenly realizes that someone or something is in her house. She was on her phone when she glanced over at the corner of the room and saw what looked to be a person standing completely still. Someone was watching her. Although freaked out at first, she began to laugh as she had a feeling that this was either her friend or boyfriend who was pulling a prank. But little did she know, this wasn't a prank. A mysterious presence has invaded Pupa's home. The following is her video. Watch.
¡Qué miedo que das! ¿Qué haces? ¡Ey! ¿Quién sos? ¡Andate de mi casa! ¡Eh!
Right when things are getting tense, the video ends abruptly. It's unknown as to what exactly happened afterward, but one can safely assume that Pupa was left extremely terrified. Now, Pupa has posted some videos after this incident, but in neither video does she go into detail about the events of that night. Perhaps this incident was so disturbing that Pupa is trying her best to forget about it. Although it's unclear as to what exactly was captured, there's no doubting that the video she took is just downright chilling.
Nah, I'm not buying that. I mean, for the first time ever, somebody's holding the camera still on an actual shadow object, but something about that just doesn't seem right.
2011, while working at an oil sands mine, two Canadian miners discovered a huge fossil with a strange shape. It took archaeologists 6 years to chisel and grind to reveal the complete shape of this fossil. Amazingly, this is the most intact dinosaur fossil ever found by humans. The fossil of a nodosaur, a steel-armored dinosaur that existed about 110 million years ago. This dinosaur was up to 5.4 m in size and weighed about 1.4 tons. Archaeologists believe that this nodosaur was buried in mud at the bottom of the ocean at the time of its death. As a result, minerals penetrated and protected its armor scales, preserving almost every detail on the dinosaur's body as if it were still alive. Even chemical pigments were discovered that showed that this dinosaur had a rusty orange back. After analyzing the material samples in the dinosaur's stomach, it was found that this was a very picky eater, as it only chose to eat certain parts of ferns, and it is likely that it died at the end of spring.
Hey, now that's pretty wild, but you can't tell me that thing didn't look like a Pokemon though.
This has got to be one of the most insane videos I've seen of an alien body recovery. A man was snowboarding in Russia when he stumbled across a deceased body. Just before that, there was a major event that occurred of UFO sightings. Hundreds of villagers saw a huge object glowing pink and blue. They saw this UFO hurl towards Earth before it made a loud impact in a wooded area. This event received widespread news coverage in Russia. They completely ignored the civilians and kept it from the public view except for this video. Check this out.
А вот ебать, часа два назад хули, ебать, собака хули унюхала, сука. И все, хули, думаю, что за нахуй лежит, смотри, нахуй ты. Ну, это понятно, что дохлый. Да, хлеб, короче, лежит. Она не даже шла, нет.
Now, there was parts of this video that I did have to cut out because it was too graphic for TikTok. To this day, this video is yet to be debunked. And from the article that I read, the man that was recording this has went missing. What do you guys think happened to the UFO to cause it to crash? Follow for more extraterrestrial and UFO news.
My only questions would be, what are causing these UFOs to just fall out the sky?
The following video comes from Troy Legault, who lives happily with his family and 3 dogs inside a house that was only built 10 years ago. Given the age of this house, Troy doesn't think that it's old enough to be haunted. However, it seems that Troy has been proven wrong in regards to this notion, as it was just recently that something very unusual was captured. Prior to this video, there have been other weird happenings in his home. From things moving on their own, to lights turning on by themselves, none compare to the following footage. On November 6th of 2022, at around 8:30 in the morning, this was captured. Although not much info is given on this clip, it's still pretty weird. All that is known is that no one was home when this happened. As with most viewers, Troy can't seem to explain this. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Ghost or something else?
Yeah, if something like that was happening at my house, I'm not about to sit around, record it, and watch it. I'm out of there.
Male, the water where he drowned was just 8 feet deep. The male also shared that Tafari knew how to swim, pointing out that he previously shared Instagram videos of himself swimming laps. Meanwhile, some social media users also pointed out that Tafari isn't the only person who has died inexplicably in Obama's orbit. One Twitter account wrote, "Did you know that the woman who verified the authenticity of Obama's birth certificate, Loretta Fuddy, was the only person to die in a plane crash in Hawaii in 2013? Everyone else survived." Tafari's death has also drawn comparisons to the death of Walter Scheib, another former White House chef who worked for Bill and Hillary Clinton. In 2015, Scheib was found dead after he went missing while hiking in New Mexico. And while the circumstances of his death weren't immediately known, the autopsy later determined that he died by drowning. Fans are now saying there's definitely something suspicious about both of these cases, and if the reports about Tafari Campbell writing a tell-all book are true, this casts even more doubt on claims his death was an accident. One fan tweeted, "President's chefs that drowned mysteriously, the Clintons' Walter Scheib in 2015 and the Obamas' Tafari Campbell in 2023. Nothing is a coincidence." And another person wrote, so Obama's chef dies mysteriously, and then a letter comes out where Obama says he fantasized about gay sex. It's like House of Cards up in here. But let's hear your thoughts on all this. Do you think there's something suspicious about Tafari Campbell's death? And could it somehow be connected to recent...
I mean, is it strange that somebody that actually knows how to swim ends up drowning? Of course. I've never heard about him, so I'm definitely going to have to do some more homework on him.
Poster that exposes every conspiracy theory on the planet. Today, we will unravel the truth on the moon. The moon is an artificial satellite that originated in another solar system. It was moved here thousands of years ago using elite technology known as tractor beams. According to an employee that worked at the top secret Air Force base known as Douglas, it's not even a moon, it's a station. It was moved here several thousand years ago from another sector of the galaxy. Let me ask you, what do all bodies in the solar system have in common? They all rotate. But the moon? It doesn't seem to rotate at all. According to Max Spires, a man who was for speaking about these sort of things, said, "The moon is a trap designed for your soul. When you die, your memories are wiped, and you are sent back down here." He died right after he said that. Have you ever heard the phrase, "The moon is a soul catcher"? When it is your time and you are crossing over, do not walk towards the light. Instead, turn around and...
It seems like everybody on TikTok is coming to that same conclusion about the moon.
Who are you? Please help me. Huh? Please help me. What? What's wrong with you? It did this to me. What? It took my daughter. Burger? Please let me inside. Burger?
Now you know that's cap. Yeah, that's somebody's skit. Obviously, that ain't real.
Law number 2 of the 12 universal laws explained, and how you should apply it. The law of vibration. In the next few moments, you'll comprehend a universal law that can unlock your immense potential. Albert Einstein famously said, "Everything in life is vibration." What does that mean? Consider this. The more you resonate positivity, the more positivity reverberates back. It's like tuning into a radio frequency. Tune into the frequency of negativity and you'll get static and discord. Contrary to popular belief, this law isn't about ignoring problems or faking positivity. It's about genuine attunement. The nucleus of the law of vibration is authentic resonance. Your true vibration doesn't stem from the superficial, it emanates from within. So here's your key to unlock potential. Stop pretending, start resonating. Truly resonate with your authentic self and watch the universe echo back your greatness.
That's the one thing I love about energy, is that it's easy to see. If your energy's right, it's easy to see.
These are direct energy weapons being used against you.
Definitely have to take a deeper dive into direct energy weapons because I've been hearing a lot about them, but I don't know much about them.
Something weird has just been discovered about the missing flight MH370. It happened a while ago. Many of you know it here, but this has just been found. Now, I'm no expert, but this is supposed to be some sort of satellite imagery of the plane. You can see it flying right here. This is the flight MH370. Now, you're going to see some crazy stuff start to happen. There's this object number one that starts circling the plane. All of a sudden, there is a second object and then a third object. You see them swirling in this like organized fashion around the plane. You can see the satellite image changing positions. And I'm literally at a loss for words. Like, what the heck? These things are circling the plane like they're trying to do something. And then all of a sudden, the plane is going to go poof and disappear. Look at it's just gone. What the heck is happening? Is this legit? Like, what the freak is happening?
Okay, see, that's news to me. See, I'm not aware of any missing plane. If you've heard about it, let me know in the comments.
If I say that the world is round and someone else says it's flat, that's worth reporting.
Should we still debate whether the Earth is flat?
Like they used to think the sun went around the earth. Everybody say that scientist. Well, he's so smart.
Until other science refuted it.
Right, but back then, like everybody at that time thought that guy was smart. Why at this time do we think that the earth goes around the sun?
There's an overwhelming science that the earth was flat, and there was an overwhelming science that
you learn over time.
We were the center of the world.
You're just taking an authority's word for it, and all we're saying is be skeptical. Sure. And while you're being skeptical, there's a bunch of evidence that's totally against the mainstream version.
speck of dust flying through infinite space where it was made from this accidental Big Bang. And we really don't mean very much, and everything is kind of an accident, and it kind of leads you into this mentality where things are meaningless. It doesn't matter what you do in life, but the more you research, the more you'll find that you can't prove the spinning ball Earth unless you're suffering from cognitive dissonance and you've been programmed your entire life. All scientific experiments show that we're being lied to about what mainstream science is saying about the Earth.
If a pilot is flying around the curve of the Earth, then he should be dipping the nose down every 5 minutes. He should be dipping the nose down to stay around the curve. That's absolute proof that a plane flies over a flat surface rather than a curved one. A lot of people have these laser thermometers. Now, you can actually measure the temperature of the moonlight next to the temperature of the shade of the moonlight, and you'll find the moonlight is colder than the shade opposite from the sun. So the moon is throwing out its own light. The scientific community have not told us this.
Mainstream science says that we can see the curve visible at 35,000 feet, but when we're watching an amateur balloon flight without a fisheye lens or a wide-angle lens on it, there is no curve to be seen. And basically, if we were living on a ball or a sphere of any sort, no matter how high you rise, you would have to look down to see the horizon. Yet when you take these cameras to 100,000 feet, the horizon is still at eye level. That's inconsistent with any kind of spherical shape whatsoever.
Others. They've got smaller gatekeepers for the flat earth that they've brought in to distort the message, and they give fake flat earth arguments hoping that you'll reach them before you reach someone like me, and then you'll hear their stupid arguments saying that gravity's real, but the flat earth disk is constantly rising, and that's what causes us to, things to fall. They'll give explanations like this, which to any sound thinking person will totally reject, and then they'll totally reject the entire flat earth model based on these little bits of disinformation that are being given. 200 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball, and that's just 200. I came up with 200 because William Carpenter came up with 100 in the 1800s, and I wanted to double it. I could come up with 400 if you give me enough time and incentive. People are doing it right now.
Scientists wrote that the Earth is flat.
Because of actual, observable, testable, repeatable, natural science that we can do ourselves. The kind of science, in quotes, that you're getting from these figureheads is not observable, testable, repeatable, natural science that you can do yourself. It's stuff that they claim that only they can do with a Hubble telescope. Only we can take images, CGI images of fake planets with our Hubble telescope. You can't. Condemnation without investigation is the height of ignorance. And I think that, Einstein was right about that. I don't believe in anything, but I do investigate everything. I don't just take things at face value or take somebody's word for it. I want to know for myself. And if I can't know for myself, then I will happily be in the place of not knowing. They need to have some authority figure telling them answers, and they're going to believe that, and that makes them feel safe. But me, I'm the opposite, where I like to be skeptical, and I think everybody would be better off if they did that instead of just believing some authority figure that tells you you're on a spinning ball that was exploded out of the Big Bang and you're a monkey man that evolved. It's ridiculous, and it's obvious why they're doing it. They want you to think you're a monkey, a purposeless accident that comes from nothing, while they steal $50 million of your tax money every day. The motive is obvious. CGI images of fake planets with our Hubble telescope, but you can take a regular telescope and you can see that the images they give you are complete nonsense, cartoons, and what it actually looks like is pulsating lights in the sky.
Okay, that star is 700,000 light years away from that constellation. I was all into that. I was totally into it. I was super into anything space. Are you kidding? The Science Channel?
Oh my God, you had me. You had me so good.
With the CGI, with all those CGI DVDs. All those DVDs, BBC Nova, were floating in space, spinning around the sun, and the sun has got some gravitational pull on us, and we got the gravitational pull on the moon. That doesn't make sense. That's not science to me. When people talk about science this, science that, I go, explain to me how that is science. There's a force that's holding oceans, keeping it from spinning and flying off because it's spinning 1,000 miles an hour. But as soon as we get to a certain altitude, it's all magic. It's not science. All that's magical. Us floating in space, and we're being connected to the sun. It has this force that's connected. That seems crazy. And we're flying through the universe, and the universe is endless. Like people say, well, if the earth is flat, where's the edge? Like, where's the edge of this motherfucking universe?
We're the center of the world. Understanding what reality is very, very important to me. I think it should be important to everybody. And I think the more that people become, perhaps...
There's so many good flat earth arguments in that video that if you missed it, definitely go back and rewatch that. Well, you guys, hey, that is another one in the books. I appreciate you as usual for stopping by and watching another one with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and join the iTrack fam, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.